Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rahak. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim preaching His word in truth and sincerity and in faith. It's the brother Yeshaya from the GMS Plain Tables Camp. And I just want to do a quick lesson on this video that I seen on RT, which the title of the video is Beauty Salon Forced to Close After Refusing Wax Service to Trans Women. I'm going to play the video real quick.
Transgender woman who started a Twitter storm after effectively forcing a beauty salon in Canada to close down for refusing to wax her bikini line. Jessica Yano, formerly Jonathan, filed 16 human rights complaints against different salon owners in Vancouver. It's after they all denied the service on the basis that Jessica still had male genitalia and they only cater for women, they said. Jessica's also found little sympathy on social media, where she's faced a furious backlash on Twitter.
There is no religion, beliefs, politics, or culture when it comes to a woman's right to say no when asked to place her hands on a male-born genital area.
It has nothing to do with genitalia and everything to do with force.
It's also about those workers' right to not wax genitalia that needs different wax, handling, and training. But reality needs to shush.
Well, Jessica explained that as she saw it, the scandal wasn't about waxing, more about people using religion and culture to refuse a service, hinting that the salon owner was immigrant. The majority, in fact, of the 16 complaints she made, for some reason, were against immigrant shop owners. The story first emerged in 2018, but Yano's identity was only recently disclosed. She's now also embroiled, too, in a paedophile scandal. 3 teenage girls are accusing her of child exploitation for sexual misbehavior online, including asking them to send explicit pictures. Brandon Stracker from the Unsilent Minority believes the LGBT community.
Yeah, so this dude is a man, which is trying to become a woman, which is physically impossible, but this guy still likes women, which is some sick stuff. Some real twisted stuff right there.
She's being hijacked and tainted by this case.
I think it is of the utmost importance to protect minors, to protect children in any scenario, whether that's with an adult predator who is transgender or not transgender. But I think the important thing to remember is that there are a lot of people in this world who are transgender or who identify as transgender, who are completely normal people living normal lives, who don't wish to be politicized, who don't wish to cause trouble, and who are of absolutely no harm to children or minors or anybody else. The reason why I feel like this is so important for people to be talking about and hear a wide spectrum of opinions about is because the LGBT community has been co-opted by social justice warriors and a lot of, I think, bad players who are co-opting this movement, calling themselves LGBT, adding extra letters on top of the acronym, and masquerading, I think, under this umbrella of being a marginalized, victimized class when they themselves are the predators.
Yeah, like for a while, what people have been saying that they will eventually, like the whole LGBTQ movement, they're gonna eventually add a P to the movement, which is pedophile, which a lot of sickos, it's a lot of sickos out there, that like young children, so they're gonna be a part of that whole LGBTQ movement, and RT here, took a pretty negative stance on the video, but I'm pretty sure the majority of the people in the United States or in America are, approve of this person, this so-called transgender person. And right here in the video description it says, a transgender woman has started a Twitter storm after effectively forcing a beauty salon in Canada to close for refusing to wax her bikini line. Yeah, so this beauty salon had to close down, had to close their business down because they refused to provide service to this sick psycho. It says Jessica Yanev, formerly Jonathan, said filed 16 human rights complaints against different salon owners in Vancouver. Yeah, so this weirdo, this sick psycho has been going around different salons, filing human rights complaints because obviously they probably been, turning him down, not servicing him. And this is the kind of world that we're living, where these sickos are going around, forcing people to acknowledge their what really is a mental illness. These people have evil, wicked spirits on them, controlling their minds, making them do these perverse things, and they're not aware of that, and they want you to acknowledge their perverseness as if it's normal. It says the story has triggered a furious backlash from feminists in Canada. Yeah, so RT did a negative video about this. I haven't seen this story on any other news network, but I'm not sure if they're gonna take the same spin that RT took. And if you see the likes, has 777 likes and 117 dislikes. Now I could only assume that the people that disliked this video disliked it because RT had a negative view on it. So that's the only reason that I could think that the people disliked the video, which has 117 dislikes. So real quick, we get into the scriptures. This is 2 Peter's chapter 2, verse 6. It says, "And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly." Yeah, so the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah completely because of the wickedness that they were doing. They were committing all kind of it was all kind of homosexuals in there, committing all perverse acts of sexual acts. They were real sickos, and that's why the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Verse 7 said, "And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked." Yeah, so the men of the Lord, the servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, are vexed with what we see going on in a society, which is nothing but complete perverseness, complete wickedness. It's only so much of this you can take without being upset by it or angered by it or whatever the word. Salakia, I can't find the exact word to describe what I'm trying to say, but yeah, when you go outside, you seeing dudes, guys, men with 5 o'clock shadows, in dresses with makeup on. It's disgusting. We shouldn't have to look at that. It says vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Yeah, and the servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai are vexed with what we have to see day in and day out. All types of wickedness. You got drag queens going to schools, reading the kids, just all types of wickedness. You got, man, there's so much, there's so much going on. If I try to speak on every, perverse, act that's going on in society, I'll be here all day talking. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5. It says, "The women shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man." Yeah, this. So I'm gonna keep trying to jump the gun a little bit. It says, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment." Yeah, this dude is this guy's a damn. Where's this picture at? This guy's a damn man trying to dress like a woman. He's in a woman's apparel. He's a woman's garment. This dude got a dress on. I don't know what the hell he got on his head. He got makeup on. This dude's a real sicko. It says, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment." Yeah, a man is not supposed to be wearing dresses, high heels, makeup, wigs, and all that. It says, "For all that do so are an abomination unto Yahweh thy power." Yeah, this dude is a damn abomination, man. This dude needs to be destroyed. Complete, utter destruction. Alright, that's what this guy needs. He don't need to be filing complaints with human rights. This guy needs destruction right here. This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." Yeah, and that's what we're seeing in the society. Mostly the epicenter, the main focus of this of these wicked philosophies is going on here in Babylon in America. But the philosophies, the doctrine of America has spread throughout the whole entire world, and they've put evil for good and good for evil. Where, even though RT took a negative view on this sicko, but the rest of the world sees this guy as a normal person. There's nothing wrong with him. He has the right to dress like a woman, to want to be a woman. They've put evil for good and good for evil. This is Isaiah chapter 8, Verse 20, it says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Yeah, they're not speaking to the law and the testimony, which the law is the laws of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the laws in the scriptures. Every law that there is in the Bible, America breaks that law and flips it on its head and says what's good is bad and what's bad is good. They've set a precedence of what is okay and what is acceptable in the society, in all manner of, they have that do as thou wilt doctrine. All manner of wickedness and perverseness is accepted in the society and is okay. They've set a precedence. And I got the definition of the word precedence or precedent, to better, explain, the point that I'm trying to make. It says an earlier event or action that is regarded as an example or guide to be considered in subsequent similar circumstances. Yeah. So if somebody is going around, committing homosexual acts, or you know, dressing up in drag and doing all types of wickedness, and you're saying that's okay, you're telling it's okay for a homosexual to get married, you're setting a precedence that this type of behavior is okay, which is only gonna, breed more perverseness, more wickedness. You got dudes, turning themselves or attempting to turn themselves into women, but they like women, going to nail salons, trying to get waxed, waxing done as if they were a woman. I believe that the salons only cater to women, but this dude wants to get a wax like he's a woman. Yeah, so they've set a bad precedence, of what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And what's acceptable is what the scriptures say, the laws that are contained in these scriptures. And America does not follow any of those laws, and that's why we're seeing all these perverse, wicked acts. And it's not going to stop. It's only going to get worse. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Yeah, the earth is completely defiled. From head to toe, any aspect of life that you could even look at is defiled, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Yeah, they've transgressed the laws. They've changed all the laws of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and turned it into what they deem is acceptable, which what they deem is acceptable is basically what, this that whole Aleister Crowley, that do as thou wilt, whatever feels good to you, you are allowed to do it. If it feels good, you like it, this is what you want to do, it's okay to do, which is complete madness, complete wickedness. Verse 6 says, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. It says, therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. And this is what's going to come to the earth. The earth is going to be burnt with those nuclear missiles, not completely destroyed, but the majority of the people on the earth are going to be completely destroyed. It says, and few men left. Yeah, that's what's going to happen when this on upcoming destruction. There's going to be few men left on the earth. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5. It says, the just Lord, which the Lord is Yahweh, says, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. Yeah, so you see all these different calamities coming to the earth, all these different earthquakes, all these, what they deem as natural disasters, people just completely being destroyed left and right, people going on shooting sprees, killing sprees. Everybody is being judged for the wickedness that they're doing, but they're not even considering that the fact that they're being judged. It says the unjust knoweth no shame. They're not even ashamed of the wickedness that they're doing. They have no shame. Like the saying goes, no shame in my game. These people think their way of living is okay. It's acceptable. They think it's okay for a man to put on makeup, a man to dress himself as if he's a woman. Yeah, and they believe that the Most High is not, either they don't believe in the Most High, or they believe that the Most High is not seeing all the wickedness that they're doing, and that he's not going to judge all the wickedness that they're doing. But that's not so. And it also tells us in Proverbs chapter 3, Proverbs chapter 15 verse 3, it says, the eyes of Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Yeah, so the Most High sees all the wickedness that these people are doing each and every day, each and every second, and he's going to recompense them for their wickedness. You know, and that recompense is utter destruction. Yeah, so Lord willing, this video was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rahal. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim preaching his word in truth and in sincerity and in faith. Shalom.